Hi friends, welcome in to my channel. A very warm welcome to each and everyone. So today we are going to learn how to make a pumpkin. Beautiful, a small and a nice rich texture pumpkin. Okay, so I will show you the measurement, how to make it, and each and every step. So I have got you covered everything in this video. So let's get into the material. So for making the pumpkin here, I'm going to use this nice orange, it's spice yarn. It's got a name color is spice. So it's a hobby store, okay, yarn, DK yarn. It is 3 lightweight and its recommended hook size is 4.5 mm, but I'm going to use a 4 mm hook, okay, so that I can get a little tight stitching. Okay, and I'm going to use the same one and this green color. It is name is Meadow. Okay, same DK yarn. So you can use any yarn, whichever you like. The more thicker the yarn, the more bigger the pumpkin. Okay, and make sure to use a thicker yarn for the stem, for the staple. Otherwise, your pumpkin will be big and this part will become really tiny. Okay, so you make sure you use both the yarns together, the same weight category if possible. So you'll need a measuring tape so that you can measure your work and get yourself the same one. Okay, a yarn needle, scissors, and the hook is 4 mm. Okay, and you will need a little polyfill for filling your pumpkin. Okay, so with all these things ready, let's get started. Okay, so first we are going to start with our orange color. I'm going to keep a little tail, make a slip knot, place it on a hook, and now I'm going to chain 16. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 16. So once you have your 16 chain, you're going to turn your chain and work in the back hump of the chain. Okay, in the second chain from the hook, you're going to make a single crochet in the next one, and in all the other chains, back hump only till you reach the end, and you'll have 15 stitches. So here I have my 15 stitches. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and in this first stitch here, the first stitch over here, we are going to make a single crochet in the whole stitch. So for this pattern, first and the last stitch will be worked in the hole. Okay, the whole stitch. But the middle remaining 13 stitches, you are going to work in the back loop only. The back loop is the loop of the stitch which is furthest away from you. Okay, so this loop, this is the one closest to you. See, if you grab the 2 loops, so you have 2 here. So the furthest away from you is this back one. Okay, so we are going to grab just 1 loop of the stitch and going to work a single crochet. Now going to in the next one and make a single crochet. So we are not grabbing, going at the bottom and grabbing both the loops here, but we are just grabbing one loop here of the stitch and making single crochet. Okay. I'm going to single crochet all the way till the end, and the last stitch will be different, just like the first stitch. So in the middle 13 stitches, you'll have back loop single crochet. Okay, now here I have reached at the end. Okay, so this is the last stitch of mine. So what I'm going to do, instead of going in this last loop here, I'm going to grab both the loops, okay, the front and the back, and making my last single crochet. Okay, that's how we are going to do. Chain one, turn over. Now again, the first stitch here, the first one will be a whole stitch, and then the rest remaining, the first and the last, will be a whole stitch, and the rest remaining will be in the back arm poly, so that we get the ridge effect. Okay, so this is how you're going to work all the way till you get 7 inches. Okay, or I'll let you know how many rows I did at the end. Okay, for getting 7 inches with a DK yarn. Now when you reach at the last stitch, remember to make it as a whole stitch. Okay, not in the back back loop, sorry, but the whole stitch in this way. Then chain one, turn, first stitch will be always a whole stitch, and then it will be the work in the back arm. So your work will look like this. So at the start and at the end, it will be plain like this, and in the middle only you'll have the ridge effect here, just like this. Okay, but at the start and at the end there will be no ridge. Okay, it will be plain. So I hope you get that. Okay, and now keep on working back and forth till you reach 7 inches of measurement. So how you're going to work, how you're going to measure after each row, you're going to keep your work in this way. This is the straight way. Okay, and we are working over here. So you're going to keep your work, and this way you're going to measure. Okay, so now after this round, after this row, I will complete 1 inches. Okay, so in this way you're just going to keep on going till you get your 7 inches. Okay, we need a panel of 7 inches, and then we are going to do the next part and create our pumpkin. So take your time. The bigger the yarn, the bigger the hook, and faster it works. If you want small pumpkins, use a thinner yarn with a thinner hook. Okay, simple. So let's work, and I'll see you after I finish mine. So here I have reached, I have done all my rows. So here is the length. Okay, 7 inches, that's what we were aiming for. Okay, little extra than 7 inches will do. Okay, so it is 7 3/4. What we'll do, we'll just add one more row and make it 7.5. What do you say? So that it will be a good figure for us. Okay, So we will go in the first single crochet, make a simple single crochet, and then in the second and third back stitch, back loop only, single crochet till the end, and the last will be a single crochet. So let's do this one final round, okay, and then we'll finish our work. So, and I will tell you how many rows I did in total. Now here is the last row or last stitch. We'll make a full simple single crochet in that, okay, chain one and turn. So now let's count, okay, so I'm counting the bumps first here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19, and plus one row is extra here. So 19 plus 19 is 38 rows, okay. So we have got 1 plus 1, so 39 rows total. So you can make it 40, doesn't matter, only the size will be different. Now let's see if it is 7.5. Yeah, almost. If you stretch a little bit, if you straightened up, it is 7.5. Correct. Perfect. Okay, so if you're using a different yarn, a thick weight yarn, you're going to aim for 7 inches. Okay, whatever yarn weight you're using, you will aim for 7.5 inches. And once you're done, you're going to leave quite a little tail. Okay, we'll snip the yarn, and this from here we'll just pull it out till the yarn comes out, and then cinch it like this. Okay, so we have done that part. Now we are going to do the next part, is joining them. Okay, so now for joining, I'm just going to use whip stitching. Okay, I'll take my yarn needle, I threaded the yarn, one strand is out, split it, split. Okay, now everything is inside here. So now here there is no right or wrong. You can fold your work any side, whichever you like. Okay, so this is the starting, this is the ending here, and now we are going to go in the first stitch here, and the loops which are there of the chain in that, and we are going to whip stitch all the way up. Okay, working in the each stitch, we are going to work up. So here I have whip stitch all till up. Now what we are going to do is we are going to go and try to close this part. So here's what we are going to do. You can see the spaces which are there. Okay, so we will go from one space inside and come out from other space. Okay, in this way. Then from here and here. Okay, whichever space you find over here, there's two spaces, you're going to go in that, come out in this way, go and go. We're going to do this all the way around. Now this is the end tail here, so it tells me I'm at the end here. Okay, and you can see this is the start part here. We started. Okay, this is the start, so I have ended over here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just giving a pull so that it closes the top. Hold it like this and close it nice and tight. Okay, don't pull it too hard, soft and gently. Okay, when it is closed, what we are going to do here, we are going to take the top loops here and try to close off the top part. Just go from one side to other and close. Okay, as tight as possible, just the way we do for the hat, top part of the hat. This is how we do. Okay, we're closing the top part of it. Now, once you're satisfied, now you're just going to weave in your tail here. Just a couple of times. Okay, just 2 times is enough. And then snip the yarn. Done. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to flip the whole thing this side. So now all the stitching, everything is inside, and now we have this basket-like structure. Okay, and now we are going to add the filling in this. Before that, I have this yarn, so that's enough for me. I'm going to make a slip knot. I'm keeping a tail like this. Make a slip knot. Okay, now this tail is a guide for us. Okay, so from here I'm going to go and come up like this. Stop where the slip knot is there. Don't exceed from there. Go from here, just the same way how we did at the end. We are going to do this end, the other end down. Okay, we are not yet pulling. We need to reach the slip knot area. You can keep the tail inside now and just try to reach. If you find your yarn is too small, you can use another one. Okay, and you just cut off another yarn. Okay, and now see here, when you reach, you just close to it, and here is the last one we are going to do. From here. Now we go into the slip knot. Okay, and we try to close the slip knot like this, or you can just go and now this is how you pull the slip knot and close. Okay, now in this let's put our stuffing. Not very much, little by little. The bigger the pumpkin, the more stuffing you will need. And you need to make it first at the sides. Okay, because it will give its shape. That's all from me. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pull this tail and try to shut it like this. I've kept my finger in middle so that if I need more stuffing, I can check. I need a little more here. So you can add more little stuffing with your finger here. Okay. If you see, is there any place where you need stuffing, you can decide now. And then we are going to pull it as much as we can. Okay, don't try to pull it too hard or break the yarn. Okay, now here's what we are going to do. We are going to go inside like this, grab that stitch like this, then go the other side, and we are trying to close the top part. Okay, as much as we can. Where I'm grabbing the stitches, the top of the stitch here. Okay, and then pulling. So here we have one formation of the pumpkin, but still we need to give more shaping for it. So what I'll do, I'll go from the middle here, okay, and come out the other side exactly the same, or somewhere in the middle. And now I give it a pull. Okay, now I'll go again from here, just a different place. Okay, go from here, come out from here. Don't lose your yarn, or you can add it again. Okay, here, that's how it is. You can go one more time, or as many times you like. That's nice and enough for me. So now I will go from here and just come out somewhere here. Okay, now either you can snip your yarn or you can push it inside, totally up to you. You can always use the yarn tails for stuffing for another thing. Now you're not going to stop at one pumpkin, are you? So just push it inside. This I'm going to just shove it inside. Yeah. So the pumpkin is ready here. We have, okay. So now we have to do is the stem. Now you see the shaping. It has come so nice and neat. Okay. Beautiful. So let's get the stem. So making the stem very easy. We are going to grab our green color. Okay. Make a slip knot. Place it on hook, and now we are going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now once you have your 7 chain, you're going to work in the back hook. In the second chain from the hook, you're going to make a single crochet. 1, single crochet 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, once you have finished this row, chain 1, turn. Now we are going to work single crochet in the first one. Okay, now in the second, we are going to go in the back hump only, back loop only, in the back loop of the stitch, and make a single crochet. In the second also, back loop, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next, and in the next. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 single crochet in the back loop, and 2 single crochet, the starting and the ending single crochet in the single crochet. Okay, chain 1, turn, single crochet in the first. Now again in the back loop only of the single crochet 4 times, and in the last one, single crochet in the whole stitch. Chain 1, turn. Now what we are going to do, we are not going to work in this side. We are going to work our work in this side. Okay, so instead of chain 1 and turn and start working here, we are going to chain 1 and work the down side. Okay, not the long part, the shorter part. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to go in the first side of the single crochet, and we are going to put 2 single crochet in that. Okay, then 2 single crochet in the next side, and the last one here. So you have done 3 rows, and we have 3 spaces here. So 1 row, 2 row, and 3 row. End of each row we will get a space. So in that we are going to put 2 single crochet in each. Okay, so we have 6 single crochet here. Okay, chain 2 for the next round. Now turn this side. Now we are going to work in this 6 single crochet. Okay, chain 2, we are going to put 1 double crochet in this, chain 2, and slip stitch back in the same stitch. Now slip stitch in the next stitch for the next part for this. Okay, the staple part, the next one. So chain 2, 1 double crochet in that, chain 2 and slip stitch all in one stitch. Slip stitch in the next, just start a new one, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay, so let's do all the 6 for it. So you'll have 6 of them. Okay, so we have done 4, now 5th, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Slip stitch in the next, here's the last, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, slip stitch. Okay. Chain 1. Now grab a little tail here, we need it for sewing, and we will pull it out. Now this is what you will get. Okay, so here's what we did. We chained 7, we worked 3 rows of single crochet, then we turned, we went side, and we did 1 row of 2 single crochet in each, and then we did this fan part. Okay, so now here's what we are going to do. We need to grab a needle. Okay, grab a needle. And now we're just going to fold it in half here, and we are going to do whip stitching. This tail goes inside here. Okay, and we are going to whip stitch all the way till up. So you can hold it like this and match the ends and there. Okay, end of each stitch. The last. Now, for making it curve like this, you can just pull it little bit tight and it will curve. Okay, if you pull this string, it will curve. If you stretch it, it will remain straight. Okay, that's up to you. Now here we have a slight opening here. You'll get a slight opening, very less. So we'll just stitch it up. Okay, just go into the loops, close shut that top part. Okay, now from here you're going to go middle of the stitches, middle of that row, and come down here. Now if you're like this, come down here. Okay, so this is the top part of our stem. Now we'll sew it back to the pumpkin. Here's how we are going to sew. It's looking like a flower, yes, with the stem, right? So that flower, now you decide which is the side you want yours with to be this top part. Okay, either you can put it this side or this side. Okay, whichever you like. So I'm going to put it this side here. Okay, so it will go in this way over here. So what we are going to do, we have this tail here. So let me come out from here. and out here, place it in the middle, hold it with your finger. Now go here to the next stitch here, and just go and grab some stitches of the pumpkin in this way. Okay, just the top loop, one loop also will do. Okay, yeah, just running. Okay, so don't pull it too hard. Done. Then from down we'll come up on the stem here. Now we are going at the base of the single crochet, 2 single crochet together in that space. Okay, I'm going in that and then grabbing the stitch here from the pumpkin, the orange one, closest to the center. Okay, closest to the center, pull it down. Then after this I'm coming up. Okay, then I'm going to the other space here, holding it tight, grab a stitch from the pumpkin, come out. Okay, now go up again. From when you come up, go down, hold a stitch from the pumpkin, and you're almost at the starting. And this is it. We have finished. So now, if you want this to be a longer, instead of putting a double, we can do treble crochet, and instead of chain 2 you can do chain 3. Okay, so the bigger the pumpkin, the bigger you can make. Okay, and now once you finish your work, you can come up here and go down again and just come out from any stitches here down. Okay, down again, and just knit my yarn. And that little green will not hurt. So we have our pumpkin ready. Isn't that cute, right? Oops, I'm so sorry. So I hope you enjoyed making this pumpkin, a beautiful one. So you see, this is 3-weight yarn, and this I did with the 2-weight yarn. Okay, same pattern, the same measurement, but you can see the difference, right? So that's what I say. If you just use the measurement and you try to do that, you will get a different size pumpkin. So this is a small pumpkin, you get a bigger pumpkin. Okay, and then I played little with the stitches, with the sizing, and I made a mini one. So instead of 7, I just took 5 inches and I made a small one. So you can play with the sizing and get a different size of pumpkin for you. Isn't that cute? Right, this, I love this yarn, the way it has turned, that gives that little real look for the pumpkin. And even if this one is real, okay, come on. So I have a very nice crochet pumpkin. You can use it for decor, you can just hang it, okay, as you like. friends. I hope you enjoyed making the pumpkin with me and had fun. And I will see you in the next video with something new and something fun. So till then, take care and bye bye, friends.